Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing, extended, beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's always appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while, have not already, what are you waiting for? Drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. And if you feel like the videos just gave you a good R&R or just something you could really resonate with, please give a thumbs up and share. Send so much love, upliftment to whatever you're going through, or just to send you up on your day just with a good vibe. If you're going through something, to get to it, I'm sending so much love towards you. Keep going. Don't place resistance into your life. Allow yourself to move towards that. Even if it's moving towards the brain, a lot of times it's like it's hard, but it's making you even harder. It's like they don't give our tough warriors no petty assignments. You had to be able to go through that. So I'm sending everything towards your way a million times fold, whether it's consistency, calmness, protection, stillness, getting out your head, cutting cords, healing from triggers, allow yourself to prepare yourself. You've gone through major setbacks. It's only preparation for a major comeback. And just send that towards your way. So much love towards that. Anybody coming in with nefarious vibes, anything that's trying to tear me down from being the best version of myself to keep creating, to become better, I'm sending that back towards you a million times fold, because everything is guided, loved, and highly protected. So evil eye, turn right back to you. Smoke it be. Okay, video that I am doing today, was it worth it? Hell yeah. Whatever you went through, if it was like it took you through the sun, rain, happy, pain, whatever, and it just really took you there. It may have took you through the trenches. They only led you to the throne. Okay, if you didn't go through that, you would have never believed in yourself. If you didn't go through it, you would have been still stuck in that illusion. If you didn't go through that, you wouldn't have known how to walk proudly straight through to cut the cords on the matrix. You the Neo, the Oracle, the Trinity, and the daggone Morpheus. You all wrapped into one. You're going to constantly have Agent Smith after you. Okay? Those are the ones that's really teaching you something. You're going through your good things. You have so many blessings that's coming into your life. It changed you and made you more grateful for even the heartache and pain that came through. It'll be different things that I've gone through, or you can even say I've gone through. I really thought I didn't make it through that. Even though it had something, you had to go day by day, and you had to be able to want to be peace within yourself. We got the chaos in there, but it'll be those different times where we get placed in chaos just to be able to find the hidden clarity. You're going through hell just to be able to build up on your piece of heaven on earth. You want change in the world. It's like, you panicking. It's like, I'm only going to do, I'm only one person. Yeah, but you don't know. Just by your love, your kindness, your intuitive vibes that you can really project towards somebody, that can really lift them up. You can be walking down the street in the morning getting ready to go to Starbucks, get you a coffee or a macchiato or something like that. And then you see somebody say, good morning. Or, hey, I like your jacket. Like, oh, girl, boo, I love your purse. And I love that new do. And you can be able to do that. It's like, oh, you're so handsome and stuff like that. If somebody's frowning, you're so handsome. You shouldn't be, you're too handsome to be frowning. You just don't know. A little bit of encouragement in the morning can really set somebody in positivity. They may have gone somewhere at home where a husband or wife are not being noticed by their husband. And you tell that person, I really like your outfit today. Or, that suit or that dress compliments your eyes. It just brings out so much. I would do that. When I used to see people out there and I give that, and then it brings me joy when I could see that person walk past and they could have been, in their feelings. And I would feel it. And some, a little birdie be telling me, say something nice to that person. They really need to see that. Or they really need to hear that, because they're always taken for granted, or they're always unappreciated, or people just don't see them. People walk over them and just, give that person, sometimes it's like, is it okay if I give you a hug? Because it looks like you need it. I did that to somebody, and it'll be, a woman was going through her divorce, and I just hugged her. I said, is it okay if I give you a hug? And then she did, and she burst out in tears. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She's like, no, I've been needing one of these all day, and it just so happened. And then, one of my, my sisters from another minister going through different stuff. And it said somebody was like, I really needed somebody to talk to, and boom, next thing you know, I call them. And it makes me feel good, even when I'm down and depressed. And if I know I can bring some kind of love towards somebody like that, and that lets you know you got a good heart. Because there are a lot of times, folks, you know, misery loves company. And I'll just leave it at that. I ain't trying to breathe that type of vibe up in this. But you're going through different things into your life, and it's just like, you know, if you're going through some different things, a lot of times we don't listen. And, you know, your intuition be trying to tell you, trying to ignore it. Like, hey, don't go there. Hey, don't do that. Or, hey, leave that person alone. Or, hey, go talk to that person. It's like, go do your homework. Go do what your mama and daddy told you. You know, it'll be those different things. And it'll be just like, if I didn't do that, you know, I wouldn't be sitting in my room grounded right now. If I didn't do that, I would have got slapped right there. You know, if I didn't do that, you know, I wouldn't be locked up right now. It'd be those different things. There'll be a lot of times I'm going through some stuff, and I had to be that type of person where I was bold enough to tell people my not so proud moments. But that's when you in strength, because it'll be just like, yeah, I did some things I ain't too proud of, you know. But it's letting people know what you feel about yourself is the only thing that matters. You know, how can you judge me because we sin differently? And I guarantee you, if you judge me, I bet you got a whole, I'm like, shoot, I done brought my skeletons out. I'm walking with it. You know, it'll be a big thriller thing going on. Be like, you know, be one of those different things. And somebody got a whole poltergeist of legacy coming up out of there, and they just still trying to push them up under the rug. No, you see that big ass lump right there. And be one of those different things. And it'll allow you to be able to see only what I think of myself that matters. You know, you be hearing all these different things going off in the world where people you won't even understand the stuff that you're doing. Like, Dad, where was I at when that happened? You be like, okay, does that upset you? Like, back in the day when it really pissed me off, and I'd be trying to go all the way out my way to try to convince somebody of something. Now, I'm just like, you go ahead and deal with whatever story you being told, honey. But the proof is in the pudding. If that's what you want to believe, you go ahead and believe. Because I know I ain't doing this. I know I ain't doing that. I know I'm not doing this. And I'm okay with it. You know, and it'll be that. It was like I had to be able to go through that, because I used to always worry about what people think. I always used to want to go through their approval, and now it's like, the only person I need to be approving is the man upstairs, and how I approve with myself. Am I happy with with myself? Because I would get hard on myself, like, God dog, I allowed myself to do something I know I wasn't supposed to do, or God dog, I end up saying something I know I shouldn't have said. You know, it'd be those different things. But then you're allowing yourself to hold yourself accountable. Yeah, I reacted before I thought. I used emotions instead of logic, you know. And those are the different things where you allow yourself to see the changes that you're going through, where you can recognize your low vibrations. Yeah, I used to tell people, shoot, I was narcissistic. I had narcissistic traits. Sometimes be certain entities and certain people be ready to tickle that out of me. And they'll be just like, no, that don't exist in you anymore. Don't be dealing with anything that wants to take you back to where you're not going to be. That was worth it. I'm glad I went through that, because they don't allow me to know, take my power back, give them yours back, and go ahead and like, I'm not letting you siphon my energy. No, you're not. You know, I'm keeping that. You know, that was what I went through, all that hellish situation, what I went through with this and this and that, or whatever in that situation. I'm glad I went through it, because it showed me so much of where I needed to improve myself. It showed me so many different things of where I need to go through a different direction. So many different situations where, okay, this situation or that connection with that person expired, or this one, you know, I really love to be intrigued by that person because they help me grow. You know, I like people that bring out the light in me, not the dark in me. I love the people that bring out the best in me and not the stress in me. You know, help me love myself a lot more. You know, it's like, I love you, but I want you to love you like I love you. Like, ooh, you know, it made me feel good. It'll be one of those different things, just like you had to be able to go through the worst of the worst. You know, you may go through a bad breakup, and you may have that one where God will bring in, a soulmate. And soulmates don't always have to be, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, baby mama, baby daddy, husband or wife, or not like that. It could be a friend. It could be an animal. You know, it would be animals. Shoot, sometimes more better than daggone people. You know, they're loyal to a fault or whatever. But unless you got Cujo or Travis, the monkey or something like that, it'd be a whole different story. But you're going through all those different things, and God forbid, you know, I wasn't trying to disrespect that woman that got hurt, but I'm just saying, I'm talking talking about the animal. See, I had a hiccup. Like, let me go ahead and correct myself. Allow me to retort. I'm not trying to sit up here and make a joke about that, because that woman really, I don't even know how the heck she made it. That was only about to get the gourd that she was still here. But, I'm going through that. As soon as I said that, I said 10-10. But, going through all those different things, it's like when I see the stuff that I faced in my life, and when I sit there, not in my feelings, but in my strength, and I'll be like, that's a whole new different, a whole different verbiage when you can be able to say that whole new different vocabulary, because you can be there in the pity party or feel sorry for yourself or even victim blaming and stuff like that, and you could have really been attacked. And I'm not saying that you could have really went through something and it could have been that point on, there's a lot of times where I've seen different things where God will guide me to see somebody who really went through something like an SAM situation, or they were confined without their, consent, and they really thought they weren't going to get out of that. What's her name? Elizabeth Smart, went through that. And I forgot that woman who was in that bunker thing, where she really, you don't know, tell them what kind of emotion she went through, and didn't think she was going to be able to get out of that situation. And then she could be that type of person that started up a hotline, or she was a counselor for different people that are trying to recalibrate themselves or rehabilitate themselves after being in DV situations, or a situation where you were confined. There's a lot of people that's going through this now where it would be just sound like something that came off a Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something like that. And you really have gone through different things like that, and you didn't believe you were going to get out of it, or how could God leave me here? Where's God at when all this stuff happened, and not realizing God set this up for you. And even though, it'll be a lot of times like, how are you going to say God set that up for you? And I'm just talking about certain situations where, if you like me, I watch a lot of crime TikTok, or I watch a lot of crime YouTube channels. I love Kimberly and Annie Elise and Christina Randall and Mike from that chapter, and I'm starting to watch High Crimes, but then never mind. I was like, he made me feel kind of buzzed every time. I'm like, I be questioning, but I'm like, I'm just leave that alone. Maybe he's just naturally like that. But I watch different stuff like that, and I get so angry when I see different things like that, and not knowing when you can see that, especially if you're a parent and you see something that'll be like your worst nightmare of being with that parent. I said, it makes me just want to hug them, just being able to help them out in some kind of way, bring them some kind of peace, even though you can't bring their child back, you can't bring their loved one back. And then the next thing you know, from this happening to their, whoever that was, it brought a bill out, or it'll be different things where now, I was hearing about one, I forgot what the guy's name is, but he was doing some little chomo stuff and ended up killing a child, whatever. And the boy was adopted, and come to find out, he unallowed to, I forgot, you gotta use certain words on here. And it was just like he was adopted, and then come to find out his family had major traits of learning issues or whatever. And they were like, why don't we weren't, and what made it so bad, the adoption agency knew that and didn't reveal it. And just because something like this happened, it brought a bill up to where you have a choice if you want to be able to, adopt somebody with those different challenges. If you want to be, okay, I want to be able to deal with children like that. I went through something like this and this and that, this, that, and the third, or whatever. And it'll be just those situations, just like Elizabeth Smart. Now she's on different crime shows and stuff like that. I'm like, go girl, go. And it was just hearing her story, and it is my opinion, and that's what it is. It made me feel like she had Stockholm syndrome, because it's like, no, I don't have that, but I'm just like, it's just the situations you're in, made me think that. But that was just my IMO. But just for you to be able to bring out something like that, if she never went through that, she wouldn't probably have that passion. Like, it's different when you have that passion of oh, I want to help people do this, or I want to do that. And but it'll be different when you actually can go through, you went through that. Like, I didn't think I was going to ever see the light of day, or I got hurt really bad to where I shouldn't be here. I forgot what girl it was. I think it was like a DV situation. Next thing you know, she was a cop that specialize in just situations like that, and she wasn't supposed to be here. She still even keeps the shirt that she had that she almost unalived in, and she kept that, and she said every day when I sit up here and see these different people that are going through stuff that they went through, and I knew how I lived from that. I want to be able to help somebody because there's another person that's out there like that with me, and then they'll be like, you know what, it was worth it what I went through, even though people were looking like, you were tortured, you were this, you were that, and it was like, yes, but this was something that had to take place into my life. For me, this was their purpose. It's like God places us on these purposes to where, a lot of times there are lives that are not, we don't last too long here. And maybe it'll be just that time where, you may transpire or whatever, and next thing you know, your organs for somebody. That was all you were supposed to be here for. Love, teach, admire, get the loving that you have to just be able to help somebody else. Or your life may, went back to the upper room, and next thing you know, you have a bill started. Or you're a type of person that has a rare illness, and then you pass away, and next thing you know, they start getting donations to try to become a cure with that. And there'll be a lot of times, it'll be that help that you need to be doing with other people that's taking place for these different things that you go through hardship, and not being able to understand what kind of blessings you can come out as. And it'll be just like, dang, if I didn't go through that, because it's like my situation, if I never gone through mine, good God, I wouldn't be doing the things I'm doing. I mean, you could have told me about 9-10 years ago, and this is almost close to 8 years I've been doing this. Do you think I would have been like, yeah, girl, you're going to be up here doing different videos about empaths and witches and warlocks and, twin flames and blue rays and Heyokas and, Lakotas and all this different stuff, impasses, and I'm like, man, whatever, what are you smoking on? If you didn't like shoot pass here, be one of those little different things. And now I love what I do. If I didn't go through what I've gone through, and been okay, even with the situations that I've gone through that wasn't the best moments, being able to forgive myself, the people I hurt, be hoping that they can forgive me one day for my wrongness. One something very, dramatic or anything like that, but just different things that I know I wasn't fond of doing by doing something stupid, or different things that I could be able to forgive myself from holding on for somebody doing something to me that wasn't very smart. Or me, being able to forgive that person just because I had to be able to not take it personal. It was something that was going on with their lives that they projected that out on me. I had to be able to say, don't take it personal. It got more to do with them than it has to do with them. And then it was just a situation I could project. It got more to do with me than the person doing with that. A lot of times we do that subconsciously. And sometimes we, and that became a habit for us. And there's a lot of times we normalize stuff that was not supposed to be normalized. And if you didn't go through that, you never know where your hardship may become a great, a great standoff for you. You had to be able to go through that. So it'd be a lot of times when we go through hardships in our lives, and when you finally be able to get out of it, because a lot of times we go through things, and it can really go through it, and a lot of times it'll make you feel like you're weak, make you feel like that you can never overcome this, or this is going to be a trial that is going to take forever to deal with, and it's just going to be a repeated cycle. We have to get out of that mindset. And a lot of times it's hard for us to be able to do it when you're facing those things, but we have to really get out of that mindset from being able to do that. Just be like day by day. Let me not just be trying to look at the whole, you could be up on the Chinese steps, the world walks of China, or whatever the worlds of China, the one with the million steps. You looking at all them steps, you gonna panic out. But if you be able to say, I'm gonna take one step at a time, I don't know where it's gonna take me. I'm not going to ask for a great day. You shouldn't ask for that. Just say, let me be able to handle whatever God, life that hands me today. Let me have the strength to be able to do that. Let me call my archangels, my spirit guides, my deities, whatever I talk to get me through my days, to be able to have the strength to go through that. And it'll be those different times you're going through that, and it may be hard. It may be hard. It really puts you in a very dark moment to where you're ready to end it all. You're here. Your purpose matters. No matter what people do, no matter what people say, you're supposed to be here. You have a great purpose. Whatever you're going through is going to be so inspiring to other people when you conquer that. Your life experience is going to be able to touch many people, regardless of what you go through, regardless how people treat you, is how you feel about yourself. Is how you feel about yourself, and being able to say, I've gone through different things. I may not have an understanding on why people are the way they are, or why my situation is the way it is, but allow me to be able to be with me. Be able to understand that, I may not know all the answers, or, being able to understand what's around that corner, but let me just take today. I had to be able to allow myself to do. That's how you have patience. Be able to take on today. It may not be a good day. You be able to be honest with your emotions. A lot of times we don't want to cry. I've been to that point where I'll be rocking back and forth and didn't want to cry. And it'll be okay to cry. A lot of times you were raised to see that crying was weakness. No, crying is a strength. There'll be different times where I've been here. Now that'll be a different thing. When I've been here on my videos and y'all catch me crying like, whoa. If whole faces turn red, I'm like, wait a minute, give me a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. Y'all, I'm probably cried. When I first started my videos, I cried like a baby. But now it'll be just like, or it'll be something that'll just hit me like an energy, before it gets here, it'll be something that it'll hit me. And I'll be just like, dang, somebody needed to hear this for today. Because you're going through different things. It made me remind me of the movie is called Unseen. And I hate it when they got about 3 or 4 goddamn movies called Unseen. Y'all need to see this. This is the one about a girl named Emily and one about a girl named Sam. And she accidentally called a number. And it wasn't the number she was supposed to be calling. And next thing you know, there was this girl. She was in a DV situation, and she was blind. Almost daggone near blind. She was a doctor, and she ended up calling this girl back because she broke her glasses, and she trying to get away from her abusive ex-boyfriend and stuff like that. And she in the woods, and she got her eyes. She need to be her eyes for that. And she was going through a situation, and so was she. And just because if they didn't meet by that accident like that, and they didn't go through what they were going through, that person would have became who they were, and that person would have became who they were. And when I tell you that movie, when I finished it, and you talking about I cried at the end because it was such a beautiful movie. Y'all need to go see it. It'll be I think it's on Hulu. I'm not sure, but it's called Unseen. But there are about 3 or 4 different movies with Unseen. But make sure it's the one about Unseen with Emily and Sam. Okay? But that was a very beautiful movie. And it was just like something where one didn't believe in themselves, or they still held on to different things that they life regret, or, they felt like they had to be perfect petty and not realizing that was tearing the relationship up of different things. And, you're going through all these changes into your life. We're not perfect. There'll be different days you don't want to be here anymore because the pain became so great. There'll be certain times where you start even believing what the devil and the enemy tell you. And those are the times like this ain't that time. It'll never be that time. Don't listen to somebody try to create something in you that's not there. You're that person. If you're that person that you even when you don't know, you're shaking in your boots, you're shaking and you're trembling, and you're going through something, and you're still being brave enough to go through this, even when it took you through a whirlwind of emotions, a whirlwind of changes, that challenges made you just want to go fight God within yourself and everything else that came towards it, but you still went through that. When I tell you that is a strength beyond, that is an unimaginable strength that you never knew you had. And a lot of times you go through those different things into your life just to be able to show you that's who you are. You are so much stronger than you ever imagined you can be. Give yourself that credit. Don't sleep on yourself regardless of what is in your surroundings, what people try to tell you, and what people try to do to you. Because a lot of times we don't realize the devil will do that because your butt's getting too close to discover who you truly are. And at different times, he'll assign these different people there because they know I don't need them to know who they are. I need them to be weak. I need that person to be angry all the time. I need that person to stay depressed. I need that person to want to sleep all the time. And these are the different things. You don't realize just for getting up in the morning and just going from the bed to the kitchen in there to go get some water that's slaying the demon. Just for when the days when if you're manic-depressed and you sleep around and you don't take a shower every day, just for that one day, for you brushing your teeth. And, even though that's something you should do every day, but take a shower and brush your teeth. That's slaying the demon every day. You making your bed. You're laughing. You're getting out of that, and it may take a day by day basis. That's why they always tell us to be patient with ourselves. And it's like, God, these are the different things that we're going through, and it's so hard. And it's like, yeah, but I wasn't, but this is going to bring out something very beautiful in you. This is going to be a blessing in disguise. You're going to sit up here, and you may not see it now, but you're going to see this was definitely worth it, because I needed to twinkle that beast out of you, that you made yourself look like you were just a little limpy flower, but you a beast up in there. You a yeti. You was acting like you a little frog. You a whole yeti. You had to be able to go through that, because it's just like, we had to be able to understand it. You have to be able to remind yourself, a robber, somebody ain't gonna rob an empty house. When you're going through some rough stuff, there's something about you that's very special, very powerful. You're going to discover about yourself. It's not easy. I'll tell people real quick, there's so many times I had setbacks. I had so many different things was coming at me, so many different people that came at me, going through so many different things. People I supported didn't support me. There for other people's good times, when they needed me. We were there for each other in good times. But then when things got bad, I was there for those people. And then when it came to me being there, all of a sudden I was by myself, And those are the good things that I had to be able to do. You're eliminating people out of your life that are not there conditionally. They're there by conditions, or you bring people out where, when you had to be by yourself, you became your own best friend. You had to be able to understand, even if that was a hard pill to swallow, I appreciate those people that left me. I appreciate the people that neglected me, those different things, because it really taught me to support myself, believe in myself, have faith in myself, support myself. Never allow myself to sit up here and regret how good I was to somebody, because that allowed me to know my character to its core, allowed me to know my heart to its core. Don't allow somebody's bad to make you become bitter. Make you become better. So I hope you are able to resonate with content in the video, y'all. I'm doing a back-to-back. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Dorian. Much love to you as well. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Brian Dodry. Much love to you as well, Val Stover. Much love to you as well. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Give a thumbs up, share, drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you whenever, as much as you're getting to know me. I love y'all so much. Never sleep on yourself. Like I said, I'm sending so much love, upliftment, beautiful vibes towards your way. If you're going through something right now, it's not going to last forever. You keep going. You keep pushing. You keep going harder than yourself. If you are mad right now, use that madness, become gladness to be able to become better, okay? Use that as that ammunition to be saying, I'm not going to feel like this tomorrow. Whatever it is today, I'm not going to feel this tomorrow. Being able to push this, use that to make that mess to push you to become better, okay? So do not give up on yourself. Do not allow the enemy to win. That's not going to happen. You want to get through this, okay? So much love to you. Sending so much love, beautiful vibes towards your way. Stay consistent, stay strong. Never sleep on yourself, knowing the potential that God sees in you that you need to see within yourself. So you will see me on my next video. Please be safe and responsible at everything you do. And please give out, even through social distancing, give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those beautiful things can really take somebody a long way. And just because you did it from the kindness of your heart, it can take other people even further. So much love to you. Shalom. I say, blessed be. God bless. Love you. Peace. Goodbye.